Okay. I think we're live. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not really a tech person. I don't really
You're
know
the
what I'm doing.
techiest of all of us.
This is true.
Very worrying. Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
What?
If I don't,
really
if
didn't have
I
anything,
can't.
did you?
No, I can't screw it up. If I can't do it, give it to Adriel because I'll just screw it up. And I know Trevor will screw it up. So
shut your face hole.
right? Yes, he will. Trevor will screw it up. Right?
Oh my God, Kelly! Just because you're trying to be cute doesn't actually make you cute.
She was trying to talk to her dog.
My
Hello,
dog's
everyone,
sitting
and
right
welcome
here.
to Coronavirus Episode 5. Is that
Yep.
Minicast?
Microcast 5.
Micro or mini?
Micro.
We had one that
Microcast.
was like an hour. Like
Yeah,
they're
I
not
know,
very
right?
micro. Yeah.
That's a Slamfire Microcast. You get what we give you, and we'll call it what we want.
Well, it was
Yes.
interesting. Like it was really interesting subject matter. Oh yeah. That was
Oh, I got a
Trevor.
question.
No, it was Trevor talking about reloading, and it just
Everything goes long. They all go long.
Yeah.
James would like to know why his email was not read in entirety, all of it.
well, because I actually screwed up then. Because all I got was I got what I posted.
Who copied and pasted it from the email into the show?
What did I just say?
You said you read it, so you are
No.
the email person. So you're right. No matter how way you spin it, it's your fault. There you go, James.
I'm gonna get one of those chalkboards.
He sent me a text and he's like,
How many days since it's been Kelly's fault? 0.
Oh, that's funny. How long since Trevor left the house? How long has it been, sir? How many? Whatever.
Hey,
I gotta
James,
read the text.
I'll redo it because that's all I saw.
No, it's funnier this way. And
I'm
you're gonna
done.
love my reply.
Because it did come up, James Bork. That's it. And I don't sign it off with his name. That's it. Sorry. I just said his name aloud.
Question.
Mhm.
They did not read the whole email. Any reason? Said, I haven't seen the email, listened to the show, or spoke to them. So I can't help you on that one.
I will definitely go and I will research while you guys
You
do
took
a little
like
cha-cha.
he's ginger snaps for a reason, right? This has obviously got him upset. Otherwise, why would he take the trouble to text me?
All right. Well, you know what?
He feels
We'll
like
read the rest on the next show.
Yeah.
We'll get
there, James. You happy? Calm down.
Should be happy.
Should be happy,
We graced him with reading his email
right?
on a very busy, important show like this.
Yeah,
Yes. Mhm.
right. Who does he think he is? Demanding our time. What a guy.
Prince Charles? No, he's currently.
It's Charles.
What?
It's Albert.
Yeah. Senior moment. What are you
Wow.
doing?
No, I
Prince
was
Harry?
saying Prince Charles. It used to be Prince Charles, but Prince Charles, he's in the middle of, hospital thing.
Yeah. Tim is drinking Jack and Coke just to tolerate this.
Oh yeah.
I'm onto the boxed wine there, Tim. That's
shit.
get on my level here.
Oh, I did actually miss a bunch of it, but it was so far spaced in between. Yeah.
Good excuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll add that to this Thursday's.
Kelly,
What?
your meme. I said the exact same thing on a Chris Baves post today.
Fuck.
All these people publicly shaming people on Facebook. Oh my God, I saw 2 people walking abreast. The world's going to end. That's exactly what I said.
Okay, don't walk abreast of me. Walk abreast of yourselves, whatever. I'm not responsible for you guys.
Right.
Anyways.
But just people are just panicking and acting like idiots, and they can't wait to give up their rights.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, people are listening and watching that are currently reading that and talking to each other. I actually think that it's good because they're talking to each other. But
Good conversation to have.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have to remember, right? I'm all for. Listen, look at me. I'm like the least. I don't know. I am probably. I don't know.
Just stirring the pot, Kelly.
Yeah,
Always
hard
stirring
time
the
there, Kelly.
pot.
And over
always
the-
like really controversial.
I know it's so controversial. Okay, I fixed it, James. I'm reading the rest of it this week. There, you're welcome.
I picked a fight on the Campbellton Community Concerns Facebook page today because someone posted the picture or the news story about tigers getting COVID-19 at the Bronx Zoo. Man, I'm not sure what zoo it was, and I don't care. I just had to be that guy, right? So I was like, So let me get this straight. There are people around the world that can't get tested, but we're testing tigers in the zoo? Well, you should read the article. I will never have that much time in my entire life to waste as I would have to read that article.
I think we should read this.
Read what?
James's email.
Go for it.
Let's do it Thursday.
How much is it? Is it like 5 minutes of reading? 10?
No, it's it's James.
That's 2 minutes of reading, but 7 minutes of editing.
I did a survey. I could talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that. That was kind of supposed to be the topic.
Okay, let's do that. We'll leave this one for
we'll leave it for Thursday.
But James, I apologize. I screwed up. It has been 0 days since Kelly has screwed up.
We always make our mistakes. Yeah, I did a survey. So I was talking. I've been watching Reddit, and I've noticed a couple of guys like commenting about their BCLs or WKs like blowing up or having problems. I'm like, man, I wonder if it's just because there's a lot of them out there, or is their failure rate just really high? So
yes,
I was gonna put out a survey with just like 5 options in there: WK, BCL. But then I was thinking, I got to add some of these other guns in there. I'm kind of curious about the SU-16. I'm kind of curious about some of these other ones that have these issues, right? And then I thought, well, if I'm going to put the ones that have issues in there, I'll probably need like a couple of test cases. So I put the Stag 10 in there, and I thought I was going to call it a day. I sent it to some people, and they're like, oh, you got to add this and this and this and this. So I added a lot. Yeah, you're one of the people that helped. A lot of people added. And then I put or other in there. And everyone and their dog put every kind of different gun in that thing.
Oh, but that wasn't exactly what you wanted, though.
It was interesting. Someone's like, SKS, you got to put the S. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll put the SKS in there. And they're mostly reliable. Some of them slam fire.
Well, if you clean them, they don't slam fire?
Correct, yeah. If you clean them, they don't slam fire. I have some interim results. So for anyone who's listening, I've got the link on. I think I shared it on Slamfire. I shared it on Hunting Gear Gear Guy as well. Interim results is like I've got some statistical significance though. I've got like 500 entries. So
wow.
Really?
Yeah, I've got enough.
People be bored.
I posted on some of the gun groups, and I got some like salty responses. People being like, "You're RCMP. This is a trap. You're collecting our personal information." I got some.
Tighten your tinfoil.
Oh my God! Like, if any group is just a little bit like too far into the conspiracy theories, gun owners are like one of those big groups where they get their panties in a bunch about this kind of stuff. And anyway, I said up front, I said, no personal information is collected. You don't have to fill it out if you don't want to.
Well, there you go.
No, that's an
I could just scroll. You mean I could scroll on past this post? I don't even have to acknowledge its existence?
No, you have to refute it.
I'm a gun owner, and therefore you want to know what I think.
Yeah. Anyways, aside from those couple salty people, I got a ton of good data. I'm going to go from the top, from the most popular ones. Yeah.
Can I ask you, so for the BCL 102, did you actually divide it into subgroups? For example, first run, second run, Troy, or did you just
not, but I added notes and people happily added lots of extra detail on each of those.
All right. So
most of the most recent failures I've been seeing on Reddit are the Mark 7s. They are the newest runs, so it's not just those older ones.
Okay. All right. So
Mark 7's supposed to be perfect.
They are, based on what I see on Reddit, they are not. Trigger springs coming apart. The same ejection issues. And a bunch of other weird stuff. Anyway, so
they're outsourcing parts again?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I would rather have an outsourced part. I think that this stuff's standard, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but if you're anyway.
So I'm going to read these through. I'm going to go from the most popular to the least popular in terms of like number of entries. I'm not going to say how many entries there are, just to keep this a little bit, anonymous. But again, like the only thing I had recorded was a timestamp. I checked to make sure that I didn't see a whole bunch of like close-up reviews on a particular gun that were all like glowing positive, because that would signal to me that maybe a business was trying to make their rifle look better than it really was. Didn't see any of that. Maybe I will later. Top of the list for popularity, no surprise, the SKS. So the way I had it was you could mark down no issues, no major failures or minor failures. You could mark down whether there was fit and finish issues, which would be like a minor issue. Unreliable was like the gun doesn't run reliably, and then major catastrophic failure for guns that went down, parts breakage, that kind of thing. SKS, 86% of people reported no issues. 5% reported getting slam fires. So, like you were mentioning there, Trevor, those guys got to make sure that they really clean out that firing pin channel, because that's where in one place you can get them. But I mean, they have a floating firing pin. They will dimple.
Some have spring loaded.
Some of them, yeah.
My most recent one that I got from the Calgary Shooting Center has a spring loaded firing pin, and it came clean.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's very nice.
I took it apart to clean it, and it was clean. I was like, but this is an SKS. I don't understand.
I got my dental picks. I got my like nasty cleaning solution.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
So I just huffed the stuff and put the gun away.
That's just as good. Gotta huff that cosmally.
What else are you gonna
do? The next one. So SKS, 86% no issues. Next one, WK180, 37% no issues, and 12% of the people reported catastrophic failures. And that would specifically, I think they said the broken part, the piston rod breaking.
Really?
Now, yes. One thing that happens with those, the gas block gets loose. Then the gas block gets out of alignment. Your piston's out of alignment with that hole. It's got to go through. Boop, cracks the rod. That's one thing that happens. They had those bolts that weren't heat treated properly. There's people on there that have mentioned that.
Yeah, my first bolt broke.
Which you would be in the majority if you had issues with your WK. Some of these numbers were like, whoa, these are bad. I would have thought like 10-20% failure rate would be high. That would be low if you look at these.
You want to get through all the data before we speculate as to some of the reasons why, or do you want to speculate now?
Well, we speculate away. We got time.
So I'm going to speculate that the highest failure rates were the Canadian-made guns, and the reason being is that they get them to the market too quickly.
You would be partially correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some that would buck the trend, but the majority of them would follow that. Yeah. And then the other thing I thought you were going to say was people would only do the survey if they had issues with their guns. And I think the data on the Stags and the better guns says otherwise, because those guys were like, even when they had an issue, it was like, fit and finish. It came with a scratch on it or some stupid thing, right? So Noriko M14, 50% no issues, 8% catastrophic failures, and that would be a bad catastrophic failure. That would be the bolt breaking on their rifles.
The problem with those is they varied in quality from year to year. Some years they were great, some years they weren't great.
And the new bolts on them are MIM bolts, and they fail bad. This is the thing. If you look on CGN, they'll show what the old bolts look like versus the new ones. The new ones have these little circles that are part of the MIM process, and they are not doing so hot. Next on VZ 58, 82% no issues, 5% major catastrophic failures, which kind of surprised me. I wouldn't have thought there would be any in there. But
I like that platform.
80% no issues is quite good.
Yeah.
BCL 102, 46% no issues, 5% major catastrophic failures. Most of the issues were reliability. A lot of reliability and fit and finish issues in there.
The reliability harkens back to the issues that you had with extraction and ejection.
Yes, the ejection was mentioned a lot. Even the guys, some said like, "Oh, it was fine," and then in their notes they're like, "Yeah, all I had to do was change some parts out in the bolt, and it was fine."
So
that wasn't fine from the factory.
But I'm assuming that those, if they just had to change the parts, they would have gotten the upgraded parts when BCL said, "We're going to be sending out."
I got 2 sets of upgraded parts. They didn't do shit. I had to put my own in, right?
Yeah, because those upgraded parts were just the same, more of the same.
Same.
There was nothing upgraded. They were just replaced.
It was an upgraded extractor, but that wasn't an issue.
Oh, I didn't think that they had actually. Okay.
Yeah. Stag 10. 86% no issues,
Good.
no major catastrophic failures. So now the Stag 10 comes as both the receiver and the full rifle. Some people had fit and finish. I believe there were some different builders of Stag 10s as well, and there were some people that mentioned some issues with those. But that's like a very high number, that 86%, and to me that would indicate like solid platform. Another solid platform, Tavor or X95, 87% no issues, no catastrophic failures. That's the highest number we've got out of any of these. XCR, pretty good, 79% no issues, 4% catastrophic failure. Norinco T97, 83% no issues. One user reported slam fires with it.
Ooh, wow.
Which is, a little bit troubling. ATRS Modern Sporter. So I've got the SLR and the Modern Sporter next to each other. These are a bit weird to have in here because they can't be, like, they shouldn't be unreliable except if it's the builder's fault, but I wanted to put them in there anyways. The ATRS Modern Sporter, 71% no issues, 19% fit and finish issues. SLR, 47% no issues, 44% reporting fit and finish issues. They had some issues with the earliest batches there that those people.
Right.
Yeah, the anodizing was not great in the Gen 1. I've even had mine Cerakoted.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing it out of house. They were sending it off. That was one of the reasons.
Yeah, they only do the mill work at home in the factory.
Some of the pinholes and that kind of thing were undersized, or there was some of that other stuff happening there. Yeah. Type 81, 80% no issues, no catastrophic failures. One guy mentioned that he had the bent trunnion thing. SU16, 50% no issues, 25% major catastrophic failures. That's the highest major catastrophic failure rate of any of these.
So you're saying a 223 that is basically the only part that's metal is the chamber and the barrel, and the rest of it's wrapped in plastic like a water gun. There's problems with that?
Catastrophic as well.
That receiver there, just cracking at the back.
Interesting.
It was.
Who'd have thunk it? I had one.
Did you run thousands of rounds through it?
Hell no. I had one long enough to realize what a cheap piece of junk it was when I started to see actual ARs, and I almost doubled my money on it and sold it to a guy.
You were right up front with some of the issues with it as well, right?
If you listen to Slamfire, I was.
I think like number of rounds through these different platforms would make a difference, right?
For sure.
If you ran a ton of rounds through an SU16, you'll eventually crack the receiver.
Right, and like my Sub 2000, I ran a lot of rounds through that. Muffin and I beat that thing like a rented mule when I first got it, and we wore it out. Parts are coming off of it. Yeah,
and I think the WK is the same thing. If you just used it for coyote hunting, it's probably fine. If you ran thousands of rounds through it, you might have an issue with the bolt or the piston or something like that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah. Anyways, very interesting. Really interesting findings there. I'm going to leave it running for a little while before I do like a final report and kind of show what we found from the survey. Yeah.
Where can people access it? I know where
they can't. Oh, sorry. The survey link.
Right.
Slamfire or Hunting Gear Guy Facebook. Well, I don't actually want to give the data to anyone. Not because I care about it, but because I want to respect that people are worried about this, and so I'll just provide an interpreted version of the report afterwards. And the other thing, I
blacklisted.
Huh?
You're going to get us blacklisted. That's what's going to happen.
For what? What now?
Oh, I don't know. People are going to say that you're, attacking the industry and you're anti-gun and don't give those guys anything.
Well, one of my issues was that where do I get data on this? Which of these guns are lemons and which ones aren't?
CGN will tell you that.
Wow, CGN's got a bunch of old crotchety guys on there.
CGN is the Twitter of gun forums. And by that I mean it's a cesspool.
Yep. It's not really clean, right? The other thing is, okay, let's say a bunch of people have issues with one particular gun, but how many were sold? So that's why I needed to be able to get people to fill in a survey and say, yeah, got one, it's fine. Yeah, got one, it broke on me, and be able to fill those things in. If the manufacturers are going to have better data than I am, like by far, but they're not going to share that if their guns are like really messing up, right?
So Adriel Michaud is the Honey Gear Guy. You you do reviews, you look at guns, you look at data, you look at what's going to be. We have people writing into the show all the time. Okay, can you make recommendation on unrestricted 223 or whatever, right? This type of thing will be able to actually answer those questions a little better than we have right now. Because right now we're relying on either us owning them or some of our listeners owning them. And
It is a nice way to compile some data. You're right, Kelly.
And like one person. My WK-180 is fine. It's in the safe. I'm using it to hunt coyotes, but the data says there's a lot of people having issues with them, right? And I think the only way you get that out is by some sort of survey, some sort of data. Retailers would have it as well, but again, I don't know if a retailer would be like that. Why rep a product that has a terrible return rate? That they'll still self-select out the worst stuff, and then you won't get data on it.
Right. No, they'll drop the line too. They'll drop that, and same with the manufacturer as well. But yeah, I think that's important. I don't think that if anybody who's watching or listening or anything like that, nothing is done. We want to actually know what guns are working, which ones are the best, so you can make those recommendations. Like, it is what it is. And we also know that just like cars or anything else that's manufactured, you're going to have lemons, and it's not particularly that brand or that model or whatever. You're going to have lemons on a particular day, whether it's somebody George was drinking the night before and or whatever it is, but at least you're going to have some of that info. And I do think that, you know what, you're absolutely right. People who are in our community sometimes are thinking that there's nefarious things going on that people are, and no, you're not a cop.
How do you know, though, Kelly?
You're just somebody who's
inquisitive.
How do you know? I've been
really
to your place. You're not a cop.
Anyways. I don't know, man. Maybe it's all part of the Mr. Big operation.
Data mining. Those government data miners.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
Do you understand what data mining is? Data mining is not what you think it is.
No.
Get a pickaxe and go on someone's computer and start like pulling out personal information.
No. If you're worried about things, don't download the COVID-19 app. That's what you should be.
There's an app for that?
There's an app for that.
I guess there's an app for everything.
But you know what? Anytime you go online and you go in and you check to see what the latest update is, it already is logging where you are. So you know what? People go and wear some tinfoil hats because it is happening.
Oh, most apps will track your location and then sell that location data. The weather apps, if you got any weather apps on your phone, that's how they make money, is by selling your location data.
Yep. And
I know because I'm on the advertising side of this. I use the product.
Oh, are you going to sell our information now?
The only way you're not going to be tracked and marketed towards is if you don't own a cell phone and don't carry one. They know where you are at all times with that thing. It's pinging off towers. They can use that data to find out where you were and when you were there within, they can download all the stuff from your phone, and you can do it yourself. You know what you're looking for, and they know when you were driving and when you were walking, when you got into the car, when you got out of the car. Like, microchips are next, man. It's going to be a different world after COVID-19. Everybody wants to give up more and more rights.
You take your phone everywhere. They don't need to microchip you. Yep. They just tag the phone. Good to go.
1984.
Yeah, but you can take your SIM card out. You can get a burner. You can leave it home.
Okay. So you can walk downtown Toronto and they can track you because you're going to be on closed
circuit. And not all of us live in Toronto.
Well,
so you got to track people everywhere.
No one wants to track Trevor in Campbellton,
anytime that you go to an ATM,
of course,
you're on camera. Yeah. So
gas pumps, ATMs, regardless how small your community is, they are going to get you somewhere on camera.
Your neighbors are watching you and tracking every movement.
Unless you get an SKS and you go in the woods. Somewhere in the woods of BC, somewhere north BC, no cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Good to go. Disappear.
Yep. Where the big cats are.
Yeah. Get eaten by wolves and bears.
Cougars. I'm going to go hang out in the woods with some cougars.
Fantastic.
I was going to say something that...
I thought these guns, there would be more at the higher end of reliability. Like, I was kind of shocked to see how many catastrophic failures there were and how many, like, issues there were.
Okay. Do you think
It's
that
too
people
high. It's like, in my opinion, it feels like it's too high. But
do you
maybe
think
it's
that people are excited about telling people because we all talk about times our guns blew up, right?
Mhm.
Well, mine haven't, but do you think people are excited or want to get that data out? And there's other people you said, well,
I don't
know-
think it's too high, Adriel. I think 1022s would be as bad or worse. I think Air 15s would be as bad or worse.
Yeah, I think some. Well, like, and the other thing is, the more you pay, the higher your expectations are. It's like for an
Mhm.
SKS, I think a lot of those guys would have, if they paid more for it, been mad about the fit and finish.
for
This one was
for
a
an
little bit rusty
SKS?
or something like that. If it cost more, is what I'm saying. If the
Whatever,
SKS
it's a
costs
Milter.
more, you would expect more. But since it's so cheap, people expect less, and they're like, oh yeah, pay $224, $5 for it. Yeah, it's a bit rusty and it jams the other time, but it shoots like all the time.
Hey,
It goes bang every time, right?
like Dave said, remember when he was talking about the higher price of the gun, the more that people are willing to say yes, please, thank you very much. When it's
Right.
a SKS,
That's
everybody
when they
is
haggle.
asking for Jeff to go and do a preliminary shoot to see
Oh,
what
good
the
point.
hand select.
Yep.
It's a $250 gun. Go and just
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
which
Yeah.
is true.
It is true.
yeah. I
You
did
get
another
tire
gun thing.
kickers buying a
Oh.
Sonic, and the ones buying the Corvette, they're like confident they know what they want. Here it is,
But if something does happen, you know what? They are going to contact whoever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's the other
know,
part I logged was support quality. So
okay. Let's talk that.
well, I need more time to do that one because I need to pull out the ones where it was good and just talk about the customer support. So it's like some of these guns, they're so good that they don't need customer support. If 87% of them have no issues, then I don't know what we're going to learn from the few people who had issues, right? I need statistically significant amounts of people
Right.
with issues to then determine how the factory support was like. But that I'm also interested in. Because if it's like, oh yeah, these guns were like, they had teething problems, there was a bunch of issues, but the manufacturer was like behind it the whole way, fixed all the issues, and everyone's happy now,
Perfect.
that's fine, right? And that's not what the first set of numbers that I showed you guys would indicate. I'll need more time for that.
Yeah.
Because like some people answered it and just picked one of the categories. I had other just in case people wanted to like add detail, and some people put other, but they should have just picked one of the stupid default categories. And now I got to go back in and like change people's answers based
Well,
on
that's a you
what they
problem.
said. It is a me problem. It is very much a me problem. Yeah, I made this bed and I will lay in this bed.
That's right. Yeah.
You mean people didn't read the instructions? Oh my.
Yeah. But that's okay. I'm happy that so many people filled it in because it's going to be a statistically significant comparison of all these guns' reliability. I think.
So
that's
when are you
really
going to do
interesting.
one with handguns?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Mm.
Well, and some people were saying, what about PCCs? I was like, oh, don't put those in here. Let me just do the centerfire rifles for me for now, and we'll do the PCCs after a while.
Is there enough breadth with PCCs right now?
I would say no, Kelly. That's a good question.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Is
There's
there,
probably
though?
like 10.
I don't think that's enough.
Thuron, Just Right, FX9, Ruger.
Mhm.
Those are the big ones. And then there's some weird ones that hardly
The
anybody's heard
2000,
of.
The Keltec.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Yep, you would have to include that one for sure.
Yep.
But I don't think that there's enough of them right now. The market's just catching on.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, what are we at? Thuron, Just Right, Keltec, Ruger, FX9, 5. Well, it would still be,
There's
which one do you get out of those
Aero
5?
Precision, the TNW.
Right.
I've got a bunch. I've got a list article on it. I think I've got like 10 or 15.
There you go.
Okay. So
I'm not super interested in it. I'm more interested in the new.
No, this has to happen. I'm a completist. If you did it on the non-restricted black centerfire rifles, now you got to do it on the PCC.
Gotta
then
do
you
the
got
PCCs and the handguns.
and handguns.
to do it on the handguns.
And then you should do it on
You know, if I do handguns, the thing I'd
22.
be interested in,
what?
how many rounds per failure? Because if I get people
Not
saying,
everybody collected that,
I have
though.
got 0 failures and I've shot tens of thousands of rounds to this pistol, I say,
Yep.
you're a fucking liar. Like, no way. No
No way.
way is that true.
Just like my rifle shoots minute of angle all day, every day.
Whoa, that's even worse. Yeah, this hunting rifle does half MOA. It's like, okay, show it. Oh, it didn't do it this time. That was me.
Wind.
Yes, but also
Me.
the gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just give your gun to Rob Furlong, Rob Stacy, or Ryan Stacy.
Stacy.
Somebody can shoot it. Let's see.
Yeah. But yeah.
Snuffy and I went to the range one time because somebody had an Enfield for sale, and he claimed that it would shoot an inch. I'm like, no, your Sportized Enfield doesn't shoot an inch. Well, well, let's see it. So he goes ahead and he goes, well, I'm a little flinchy. You try. So like, he shot a 4-inch group and I shot a 3-inch group. So where's the 1-inch group, pal? Like,
I did it one time.
Yeah, exactly. That one time with 3 shots.
Yeah. People are bad with 22s about that too. Shoots an inch at 100. I'm like, ooh, that's pretty hard. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see 5 groups on one piece of paper.
Right.
Let's see what that does. Yeah. Can you do it every time? Yeah. Yep. I streamed some video gaming earlier today.
I saw that.
Fun.
I got a notification. I didn't watch it. Sorry.
I've been laid up since Tuesday, and I still couldn't get myself to do it.
It's still up.
Video
still
game?
up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I noticed I didn't receive my invite.
Invite? Well, you can game. You got a computer that'll game too.
Yeah, I know. It's not happening. All right.
Okay. All right.
So, what did you guys do this week for prepping? Anything?
Because I threw up my back, I did slow way down on the reloading, but I did continue to do some reloading, whether it's for prepping or not. I mean, that's just what I did. It's the only thing I did, really. You know what else I should have did?
What?
I don't know if I talked about this on our last microcast. Got this book here I'm trying to read on bugout bags. Be ready when disaster strikes. Build the perfect bugout bag.
It's probably got a bunch of like boring practical stuff in there, like water purification tablets and boring stuff. How many mags do they even have in there? Do they have 2 guns?
Oh, dude, do
they have 1,000 rounds?
It's a bugout bag, not a go-to-war bag. But yes, guns are covered. And yes, Kelly, I have, you want to see it? You want to see my bugout bag?
I do want to see your bugout bag.
All right, stand by.
Standing by.
He's got to go get it. It's going to be huge. How many guns are going to be in it?
I actually know I know he has 2 guns in it. I know he does. Because he's talked about them.
Yeah.
So this is an old school Canadian issued bag that I picked up at a surplus store.
Oh God!
Somebody out there
like an
knows.
Old man?
What's that, Kelly?
Does it smell like an old man?
No. But a lot of things at surplus stores do. So here's the bag.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
And it's heavy.
So it's got lots of pockets around the outside, and it's
I like that frame.
Yeah, it's got a frame. It's got comfy straps. What I really like about this bag is you've got access to the inside through the top without opening it.
Yep.
So you can go, and there's a compartment right up in here where my holster and a pistol and ammo and stuff would reside. So I wouldn't have to open the bag to access that stuff.
Is that top one waterproof?
Yep.
Good.
That lets you right inside the bag.
Why don't you just run a tack vest along with your backpack?
I got the tack vest behind me, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And then this is like a bag, a compartment in the flap. Oh, and I just discovered another pocket.
When did you get this?
I got this probably, I don't know, Kelly. I probably had this thing for like 5 years.
Oh, really?
There's another pocket inside the top flap. And in here, I have, I believe, this is where I keep the fire starting stuff. So the wooden waterproof matches in plastic, fire starting sticks in plastic. It's got like, underwear, socks, a lot of paracord, more fire starting stuff, those foil blankets, heat packs, Glock knife, saw. It's a mess. I got to go through that bag or
Much
that
food.
book, and
Yeah. Where's your food? Where's your water?
I got to put some kind of like energy bars in here, some kind of water filtration system. It's got toilet paper. It's got compass, 2 compasses,
Got a
GPS.
stove in there, or
No, I don't have one of those little stoves that you reviewed. That's a great idea. They were quite
Yeah.
small, and
I'll send you a link afterwards so you can get like a container that'll fit a gas can in it and the stove, and it'll be like that big, and then that'll have your pot for boiling water and making coffee and whatnot,
cool.
or boiling the entrails of your enemies.
In a little pot this big.
Well, you don't boil them all at once.
No, bite-sized meals.
Yeah.
And it's also the perfect amount of water for rehydrated meals. So if you wanted to do dry, like Mountain House stuff in there, that's light.
Yeah.
And then you probably need some water purification tablets or a water filter of some kind.
I think one of the reasons why I haven't been motivated to finish it is because the truck is very well equipped. My truck has a lot of stuff in it already, including belongs to the club. But because I'm the match director, I always want to have it when I'm at the club building matches or hosting matches. I carry the club's trauma bag with me, and we could never leave it at the club because obviously it would walk away. Other Trevor, who is an EMT, he put it together for me for the club on my behalf, and so that's there all the time.
What happens when your gas runs, when your truck runs out of gas because you're driving into the woods and bugging out, and truck runs out, and then you're stuck with no food?
Well, there's food in the truck. You just throw it in the bag.
You got food? You got a bunch of dry food in your truck, or like shelf stable?
A bunch, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I may have come into possession of 3 cases of MREs.
Are the IMP, the Canadian ones?
2 and 1 American.
American
2
ones are
Canadian.
yucky.
Yeah, well, it's all yucky.
I've eaten both.
Stinky.
The Canadian
You eat
ones.
one, and
Adriel,
next time you go to the
eat
bathroom,
anything.
you meet the clay man.
True. I do eat anything.
Yes. So
I've eaten all of those, and you got the heater packs with those?
Yep.
Nice.
and I got a bunch of extra ones too, the little bags and stuff.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a bucket bag, Adriel?
I have a hiking bag. It's got like hiking stuff in it.
Close enough.
I got a chest rig. That's got some other stuff in it. None of it's ready to go. I don't particularly need
If
it
you
to be.
need like 2 minutes, could you grab everything and get out?
Yeah, that's the problem.
No. Not even close.
Yeah.
I thought about
would
Kelly.
be like hauling stuff, and I don't know. Like there would have to be like some sort of weird doomsday scenario, like an EMP or some weird stuff for me to be up the creek.
I thought about Kelly getting a bunch of the food ready to go. I've got a lot of different Rubbermaids. So just prepare the Rubbermaid with the dried goods. And it's like, okay, grab that, and those. All right? And have it all in one location. So you don't have to search for it all over the house. Grab those 4 or 5 items and leave.
Yeah, they should be in, like, that's what I did this week. I was able to take everything out of my cold room / laundry room, took it all out, got rid of a bunch of shit, went back in, and I built that area for all my canned, dried, all my food, water, everything, all the water is in one place now. And then I also have things like lamp oil, different things like that, all in that one area. So all I have to do is just grab it and go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have a big bucket of margarita mix.
Of course you do.
It's just the essentials.
I've got this vest, but it's doesn't have any plates. But it's got. Let me move the camera here.
Do you have plates?
I do not have plates. No.
It doesn't fit plates.
Just don't get shot.
Nope, not
Easy.
this one. But this is still a cool vest. It actually has loops on the bottom to hook onto your belt. So you got pistol mags can go here, Shotgun mags or shotgun rounds can go here. Wait, shotgun rounds go there. What goes here? I don't even know.
That's where your man card goes.
That's my man card. Okay. It's got the baton pouch down there. It's got another pouch there for like, I don't know, more stuff. If I was more of a mall ninja, I'd know what all this stuff was, but I am the least mall ninja guy there is.
It's like your mall. It's your mall cop vest.
The place for your cuffs is over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cuffs. Flashlight up here, or OC spray. These be for the rifle mags. Pistol mags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's flashlight, and that one's cuffs, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Blackhawk. Courtesy of Owen.
That's
I thought
nice.
it was a paintball vest.
Should have Owen on.
Yep. Not like he's doing anything. Not true. Him and Matthew are flying like every day. How's that for social distancing? Going up 500 feet, 1,000 feet?
Are they doing it together in the same? No, they're not. It's not double. It's not a single ultralight.
Both of their planes are double. They're instructors. They couldn't teach with solo planes.
Oh, that's true too.
But they each have their own plane. So he's even got me saying it. Plane. They're ultralights.
They're planes. Legally, they're considered planes. Anyways.
I got one of these things.
What?
I don't got it strapped up or anything like that. These vests.
You look like
Got
you're
some spots for mags.
ready to blow something up.
It looks a little big for you.
I don't have it tightened up at all. I have it on the loosest right now, just because I have not. I haven't worn it in a while.
Is there
I had it
plate?
hanging
Is
up.
there plate thing in front of it in the back?
There is a spot for
Your plates?
there. Yeah.
You would.
Nothing
You're
at
about
all.
a foot
Nothing
low
in the
there,
back.
bud.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna want to adjust that. A little
I'm
bit.
not like I don't give no S's about this thing. This is like I got it because I was gonna go to a CQB clinic.
Yeah.
And they said you had to bring like a rig, and I couldn't just bring my belt.
So you went to Amazon or eBay.
I went to a local gun shop. I paid $50 whole.
Oh, wow.
This. Yeah.
For something they got off eBay for 15.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. But I've had it for I've had this thing for a long time.
I come
and
and
I've
see
run,
you, and I'll get it adjusted for you.
I can adjust it myself.
I had this a long
can't
time
be
too,
bothered.
and the first time I put it on, it like didn't fit. It was like really small, and the last time I put it on, I had to cinch and tighten and adjust all the straps. 55 pounds makes a difference in one of these things. Let me tell
Holy
you.
crap!
Yeah. The only time I've ever worn this was part of my Halloween costume.
I took it to some CQB clinics that Barney ran for.
Barney.
Yeah. Ran fine. Worked fine for that kind of stuff. It was comfortable. I obviously had it cinched down, not like this. Like this is actually not connected at the back. Well, anyways, yeah.
Filthy. Ella's watching a movie. He can't watch the show. Or he can't hear.
I'll take this thing off.
Yeah. That's all that I did. I only cleaned things out and made things neater and made things more easily accessible.
You know what I spent most of my time doing, Kelly?
What?
Shopping for RC stuff.
Yeah. Hobbies.
Crazy.
Get after those hobbies.
Was it for drones? Because that would make it cool.
No, man. I'm going to do off-road racing.
Okay, that's not cool.
It's triple not cool. I went from buying one $80 rolling chassis that just needed electronics to buying 2 brand new kits within days after. Batteries, chargers. I'm in a week. I went probably $2,500 on stuff.
Getting expensive.
Stupid. Just stupid. I need to get a new car, make some calls, sell some stuff.
You need to go back to work.
Yeah.
It'll stop you from shopping.
No, I need my master's to start. And then I'll know what expenses are. Yeah, I just invested a couple of $1,000s in an RC, and I'll be doing courses all summer.
Mike Pospolita, Adriel, he said that he watched a video that you did today and you slagged his ancestors. So just thought you should know
I
that.
smoked some. I titled the video "Adriel sucks at this game," and
Yes,
I did pretty good. I didn't get clapped or anything. It was weird. Usually that's like right away. So that's why I set everyone's expectations low and I over delivered.
Nice.
By being really lucky. And some random people some guy started running past me and he was like loaded up with loot. And he's like, I'm like, where's this guy going? What do we got
think
here?
you were?
Yeah, he was loaded up with some expensive stuff that I'd never seen before. And someone was mentioning like, take that thing and get out. Get out now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So these are supposed to be pandemic things, right? So what are we going to talk about next? And when are we going to do our next one? Today's what day, by the way?
Today is Sunday.
Oh God, it's Sunday. I've only been off for 4 days.
You're off right now?
Yeah,
I'm still working.
I'm not working. I have to check in tonight to see if I'm supposed to go back tomorrow. I don't think I am. I was told.
I've been working. We're having meetings like every 2 or 3 days. We're going to be releasing work for home learning on Monday. So I've got to have a bunch of stuff ready to upload to my school's website. And I'm also going to be emailing my students directly. So
Google Classroom, Google Hangouts, that kind of stuff?
No. You can't, man, because not all your students have access to technology. So you're just giving the students things to do to help extend some learning while they're home, keep their brains going, stop them from getting rusty, and you know what I mean? But not everybody has access to it, so there's an accountability thing there.
Are people going to get credit for it?
Nope.
Okay.
No, how can I credit you and not credit him, right? It's
then why the hell are you giving me stuff to do? I can go and do other stuff.
Yeah, go do your other stuff. But if you choose to do some activities that are curriculum related, we will provide it.
Okay.
If you choose to do it, great. Good for you. You're going ahead. If you choose not to,
tend to dust off those old distance learning mail out packages.
Right?
No, for my kids' schools, they're all just doing like, nope, Google Classroom, use a computer. Don't have a computer? Tough.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why none of it's being collected or marked, because it's not fair to the kids who don't have access to this stuff. So
yeah,
that's a reality. Unfortunately, the home computer and internet connection went out when unlimited data plans and cell phones came along. Half of my kids don't have a home computer. Some of them might have a tablet, but a home computer or a laptop and internet connection, we still have them. But
you can do a bunch of stuff on I'm just thinking about what my kids have been up to. I think they could do most of it on a phone.
That's good.
If they had a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
So Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Let's do Tuesday and Thursday next week.
Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday.
Today's Sunday, so we're not going to do another one right away tomorrow. So
what I'm saying is like Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday is a nice little paced out kind of a thing.
Yeah. And if anybody has anything that we want to talk about, then just let us know.
You mean if anyone has anything they want us to talk about?
That's what I heard.
Pandemicking
It
topics.
sounded weird the way you said it.
Or if they want to come on.
Weird.
Or if they want to come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have I've got a friend of mine who's going to come on and talk about canning. Oh.
Cool.
Deer, bear.
Nice.
Salmon? Smoked salmon cans?
Why are you canning smoked salmon?
I don't know how this stuff works.
I
don't know. I don't know if this has been unclear, but I don't know how canning works. I know there's a jar. You put the stuff in the jar, and it seals somehow. You boil water.
You can can fish if you want. Yes, you can put in salmon or herring or anything like that. But why are you canning?
Because he doesn't understand how it works.
Because I don't understand how it works. I'm just going to keep throwing stupid ideas out until you stop me.
And this is why he does it, Kelly. He got me last week. See, I saw it coming this time, but you stepped in front of it. Stepped in it.
Step right in it.
Okay.
I think that's all we got. We wrapping her up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything that they
So I guess we're not wrapping it up if you're going to keep
Oh, no,
asking if
just
there's
asking.
anything else.
Can we actually stand? Can you stand up with that vest fully kitted out? Krosno wants to know.
You can.
Sweet.
I think it's got keepers for your belt too.
Yep, front and back.
Ah, nice.
Hook those on there like that.
That's so someone can drag you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
everything.
One of the guys was talking about the law on home storage of weapons. That would be a good one because I think there's enough ifs and ands around that it would be a good discussion to talk about. Corey's asking. Sorry, go ahead.
We'll just go to the RCMP website and read the bulletin on safe storage.
It's not as clear as it could be. I think.
No, well, it's still better than trying to interpret the Firearms Act. That's for your lawyer when you go to court.
Yeah, there's parts of the storage that are up to your interpretation and haven't been tested in court. And
that's right.
What is
they
separate?
Tested
what does
tested
separate
the definition
mean?
of. They tested the definition of a safe. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Glad
so
they
now
did.
A safe is anything made of steel with a lock on it.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that. But like, what's separate ammunition?
Yeah, well,
Separate
Ian Thompson went through all that, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they tried to say that his firearm and his ammunition were not stored separately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then they said the house was so small, no matter how far away the ammunition was, it wouldn't have been separate enough. Shut up! Eat all the dicks. That's not even a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
maybe we should have maybe we should have like somebody who's legally in the know-how on.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Doesn't matter. Like you read the bulletin, and then after that, they charge you, and your lawyer argues his interpretation of the Firearms Act versus their interpretation of the Firearms Act, and it'll change case by case.
Yeah, well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But there's precedent for some things.
For some, but
yeah,
you got to dig them all up.
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. Okay. Until
I wonder
Tuesday.
You wonder what?
Now I'm not gonna. If she's gonna dig up the precedents, I have to find a fancy pants lawyer to do her. I'm not gonna let her make me look bad. This is bullshit. There's a contest.
We know some lawyers.
Bitch slap. That's right.
Yeah.
No, too much effort. I'm gonna buy some Mercy cars and make some 9mm.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna spend my time.
Sweat.
Okay. All right, you do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see everybody on Tuesday and then on Thursday.
You bet.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Later on.